Hello, Cancer. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody who has donated a cup of coffee to my channel. I do appreciate it. If you are interested, the link is in the description box. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. It does help my channel grow and keeps me motivated to continue to keep these readings going, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Spirit, please show me Cancer for the month of August. What do we got here? Round and round. You're tired of going round and round. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's like a continuous cycle of stuff. And it's like, oh my goodness, I am just done with this. I want to get off the freaking merry-go-round. It is the number 25, so that could be important. You could be 25. You could have been born on the 25th, or the other party was born on the 25th of the month, okay? Or 7 could also be relevant. So with that said, relationship message says, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar? Don't be surprised that you've found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person, same situation, different player in the game, who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time. For you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. So don't blame this other person for the cycles. You know, tell them how it makes you feel, but at the end of the day, it's up to you on doing things different. So if you continuously find yourself in relationships where, you know, nothing is getting off the ground, nothing is getting going, and you used to wait for years and years to see if anything was ever going to change before you jumped off the merry-go-round, it's time for you to do the opposite. Leave. You know, don't wait around for 10 years, 2 years, whatever, however long it takes. Get up and go now. You know, if the person isn't willing to change and they're not willing to see what they've got, what they're bringing to the table is nothing, then don't continue to do this, or do things differently than what you've ever experienced. So if you've always turned a blind eye to the red flags, it's time for you to see them in this relationship and do something different, okay? Red flags are not just shiny little things put there for you to look at and enjoy, Cancer. Spirit, please show me Cancer for the month of August. Okay, what do we got here? Signs and synchronicities. There it is. That's what we've been talking about. It says coincidence, signal, hint, message from the universe. And it is. It's a message from the universe about what you need to do differently, okay? Spirit, please show me Cancer for the month of August. Wow, we've got a snake. Okay. Deception, shady, temptation, and enemy. So you may already realize that this person doesn't have your best interest at heart, and you've been getting all the signs and synchronicities, maybe even through dreams. Maybe you're dreaming about snakes. Liquid courage. Maybe you're used to dating people who are always under the influence. Bravery, confidence, intoxicated, odd behavior. They could have odd behavior because they're a snake in the grass, okay? And you're being given all the signs, so stop going round and round about it and make the decision. You're going to get a text message, communication, news, phone call, or a direct message. We just had one fall on the floor. And I'm going to put it back in and see if it comes back out. Spirit, please show me Cancer for the month of August. What do we got? Surrender. Right underneath the snake, we've got surrender, letting go, releasing, giving up. You've lost all patience. You see this person as a snake in the grass. I feel like you know that this person is going to reach out to you. I feel like you just feel it in your bones, like you're starting to see signs of them everywhere you go, music coming on the radio, maybe dreams of them, and you're just in full surrender mode. You're surrendering to this. Spirit, please show me Cancer. We've got divine intervention. We've got unfinished business. It's not over. Social media and spiritual awakening. And at the bottom of the deck, there it is. There's that storm warning. All right, Cancers, you're not out of the woods, man. Unfortunately, there's a lot of shit going on in your love life. There is some type of upheaval, especially if there's been like constant obstacles that you have had to overcome. I do feel like there is going to be some type of upheaval. There's going to be some drama. Maybe you've been going round and round about a certain situation. Nothing is changing. And I feel like there's this divine intervention that is coming in because of this storm warning. It's like the storm's coming in and burning it all down. They're just like, nope, that's enough. And then it's funny because we have signs and synchronicities. And then this card is all about serendipity. Okay, so supernatural karma. It's like you're just surrendering to whatever the divine intervention is. This person does feel like there is some type of unfinished business. They don't want it to be over with you, but I feel like there's just been this back and forth. Maybe it was, all hot and heavy at the beginning, and then all of a sudden they started bringing forth their old baggage. They started bringing forth the baggage of past relationships, and they started repeating old patterns. Maybe then it just got to where it was like you guys were just in a text message relationship, and you just felt like nothing was getting off the ground. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you're just pulling back your energy. I do feel like this person is spying on your social media. They're kind of like lingering in the background, just trying to figure out when is the right time for them to strike. When is the right time for them to come out of hiding. Because I do feel like, either you or this person, or possibly the both of you, is going through some type of a spiritual awakening. Now, this card talks about enlightenment, epiphany, life lessons, and they want a rebirth. Okay, Cancer, they could want a rebirth with this relationship, and it is going to be entirely up to you on whether or not you're going to give them another chance, especially if you've given them multiple chances. I don't know. I feel like for a lot of you, you're just kind of surrendering it to the universe, and you're like, you know what? I'm willing to move on. I'm letting the universe take the wheel. It's like Jesus take the wheel is what I just heard. So Spirit, please show me what is the signs and synchronicities. Okay. Got too many cards out. I'm going to take the one that flipped up. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you. Okay. So signs and synchronicities. I feel like, again, this person or you are getting signs that I feel like it's been time. I feel like, you guys needed to come to a decision of if you want to continue to put up with this or not. What is the snake? Spirit, what is the snake? Who is deceiving? What is the snake all about for Cancer? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I do feel like this person is obsessed with you, okay? I feel like they see that there's a lot of chemistry between the two of you, and I feel like there's a pull to you, but I feel like they're waiting for the right time. What's the liquid courage? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay. So we do have liquid courage here. So if this person does have addiction issues, and it doesn't necessarily have to be drug, sex, and alcohol. It could be an addiction to the way that they think, addiction to, the patterns that they have. It can be addiction to their work. It can be an addiction to fill in the blank. So what is this text message? Wow, that one just came right out. They're going to want to flirt with you. They're going to want to extend their lighthearted energy to you. I feel like they're going to, they're just going to reach out and say something like, hey, how's it going? Or, remember this one time? And they're going to try and keep it very lighthearted, but they're waiting for the right time. They're waiting for a sign from the universe. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify surrender. What is surrender, Spirit? Let go of control issues. Yeah, if that isn't surrendering, I don't know what is. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So don't try to control it. I feel like for a lot of you, this person realized that they were controlling the situation, and now they're wanting to surrender to it. They don't want to continue to go round and round about the same situation. So what is this divine intervention? What is coming in with the divine intervention? Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Maybe they're looking at the patterns of behavior in their relationship, and that all stems all the way back to their childhood, okay? So what is this unfinished business? All right, children. Your love life is being affected by children. Maybe for some of you, you used your kids as an excuse. For others of you, they realized that they were acting like a child and they want to allow their heart and soul to sing with joy. There's a lot of passion between the two of you, okay? And they realize that. And I feel like, this person really would like to have children with you or start something new with you, whether that's just starting off on a new foot, and doing something different than what they've done before. So for some of you, I feel like you could get a message through social media, or they could like some of your posts, okay? Because they're stalking your social media. I'm definitely getting social media stalking. And I feel like they're becoming very much more spiritually aware. What is the social media? Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I feel like what they're seeing on your social media is you're not really posting anything. You're not posting anything about relationships. It's funny with a Cancer, because Cancers have a tendency to post on their social media like when they feel something towards somebody, whether positive or negative, and they know that that person is stalking their social media, they will post things like almost to get the person's attention. It's almost like little jabs at that person, or it's, sent out to, it's a message for the person in a very roundabout way, because Cancers, they dance around the issue. They don't go straight for it. You think about the crab, right? The crab goes around the issue and circles around what it wants, almost like this round and round and round until it closes in on what it wants, okay? So that's kind of what I'm getting. And then you think about the snake and how the snake is all coiled up, all right, ready to strike. So it's like, even with the Kundalini awakening, it's like the coil, and then it straightens itself out, okay? So what is the spiritual awakening? Separation. Ooh. They've had an enlightenment period because you separated from them. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And I think that if you are willing to get off this merry-go-round that they have had you on, I feel like with the separation, it's going to give them this epiphany. What's the storm warning, Spirit? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with one another, and your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I do feel like there was some upheaval because of a difference of beliefs. And it was just too many obstacles to overcome. So I feel like it brought a lot of drama. I feel like this person didn't want to hear you. Maybe for some of you, maybe you are spiritual or you are religious, and you tried to talk to them about what your beliefs were, and this person just didn't want to hear them. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want anything to do with it. That can really be a tough one in a relationship. I know, excuse me. All right, somebody here really needs to speak up. I feel like what's happening here is every time you try to communicate, wow, that really got me. Every time you've tried to communicate, they shut you down. It's like I'm really feeling right now where somebody's got their hand around my throat. Excuse me. Oh my God. So I feel like, you had to like pull yourself back from this energy because it just wasn't getting you anywhere. And, because this person wasn't willing to listen, because I look at this card here and he's got his head turned while she's trying to talk. And he's just like, I'm not hearing it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about your whatever your beliefs are. I don't believe the same thing. Therefore, I'm just going to turn a blind eye, and I'm not even going to listen to it. And that was a major red flag. It takes a lot of courage to be able to talk about, what it is that you believe in, and in hopes that the other party is going to listen and maybe learn something new. But people can be so dogmatic about their belief systems because maybe that's what their parents taught them. Again, it goes back to their parents. Okay. Doesn't mean that their parents were right. It just means that they're not willing to listen, and they're not willing to, Sagittarius is all about our philosophy, right? And we need to be open-minded because our philosophy can forever be changed, depending on our circumstances, if people are willing to learn. Spirit, please show me Cancer. All right, what do we got for Cancer? Yeah, you've been tested. This was a test in your relationship. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. Okay. And yeah, I feel like you guys have really been tested. Remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. Okay. And then we've got intense. There was a deep, intense connection between you and another person. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like things were up and things were down, and things were up and things were down. But I do feel like this relationship definitely got tested. All right, Spirit, let's see what this other person wants to say to you, okay? Cancer, Spirit, please show me Cancer. What does their love interest want to say? Everything I do for our future. Spirit, I'm thinking about making you an offer. I want to follow my heart. Spirit, please show me Cancer. All right. Bottom of the deck. I'm so tired of sabotaging this connection. Yep. You're different than what I'm used to, but I like it. I don't know. I think that they do like it in one way. They're intrigued by the differences, that you guys have. But at the end of the day, I don't know that they're willing to, they have to be willing to listen. They have to be willing to learn something new. I've never expected to feel this way about you, and I'm overcoming childhood trauma. I did say that. You do make them feel like a child, but again, it goes back to their healing their relationships from their childhood with their parents. So let's go ahead and see what the angels have to say about this, Cancer. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. That's what we have here with the separation, because I do feel like the two of you guys need to be in this separation right now, so that you guys can really evaluate this relationship and what it brings to the table, so that you guys, like when we keep going round and round and round and round and round about the same situation, eventually you just have to jump off the merry-go-round and say, you know what, enough is enough. You go your way, I'm going to go mine. Let's see if we can either A, get it together, try to approach us from a different perspective, or just go ahead and move on. So it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So it's okay to go within. It's okay to kind of curl up in a ball right now. That is a total... That is a total Cancer thing to do. Just throw the blankets up over your head and be like, nah, I don't want to deal with it right now. Very cute, Cancer. Anyway, you guys, not a bad reading. There is some stuff going on here, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to make the decision for yourself. We all have free will, so you get to choose how you want to play this. Anyway, you guys, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information is in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And check me out on Facebook and Instagram. And I will chat with you again soon. Take care.